Hey guys, welcome back to one of my very first deck list videos. Today we're going to be looking at Gardevoir EX, along with the things it can do and how you can build it at home. First up, we got two Gardevoir EXs. Now what they do is they have the ability Psychic Embrace, which lets you take any amount of Psychic energy from your discard and put them on your Pokemon in any way you like. Your Psychic Pokemon, sorry. And that does 2 damage counters per energy. Next up we got 4 Curlia. Now they're going to be the main draw engine of your deck. Their ability lets you discard a card and draw 2, and it may not seem like much at first, but that lets you get through a lot of cards. Next we got 4 Ralts. It's just what the pre-evolved version of all these guys are. Next we got 2 Fluttermanes. They just cancel your opponent's active Pokemon abilities, and they also have a pretty nice tech to go along with it. Next we got Screamtail, and what that does is it lets you on the bench, because its attack says this attack does 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each damage counter on this Pokemon. And as said before, Gardevoir helps get damage counters on your Pokemon. Next we got Drifloon, kind of the same deal. For each damage counter on this Pokemon, this attack does 30 damage. So you just load it up with damage counters. Also, there's certain items that give it more health, so you can put more damage counters on it, but we'll get to that later. Next up we got Cresselia. As they attack Moonglow Reverse, and it moves 2 damage counters from each of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. So you could kind of snipe with it and do some goofy things with it. Next we got Greninja with its ability Concealed Cards. Once during your turn you can discard an energy and draw 2 cards. It's just a nice thing to get extra cards, and it also helps with consistency. Next up we got 1 Manaphy. It just protects your bench from damage from your opponent's attacks. Pretty nice. And that's it for the Pokemon, so we're going to move on to the trainers now. Alright, I'm going to go a little quicker with the trainers here, because we got a lot of them. First up, 4 Buddy Buddy Poffin. What they do is they let you search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon of 70 health or under, and put them on your bench. Next is Sissy Heavy Ball. It'll let you grab a basic Pokemon from your prize cards, and replace this with it. Next we got 2 Super Rod. It lets you shuffle 3 of any combination of Pokemon or energy into your deck from your discard. After that is Earthen Vessel, which lets you discard a card and search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards and add them to your hand. Then 2 counter catcher cards. What they let you do is, if you are behind in prize cards, they let you basically boss something up or switch it into the active spot. 2 Ultra Ball, which just lets you discard 2 cards from your hand and grab any Pokemon from your deck. After that is 2 Nest Ball. It lets you search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it on your bench. Kind of the same thing. Tool cards, we got Technical Machine Evolution. That's a mouthful. It lets you choose up to 2 of your bench Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, search your deck for a card that evolves into it and put it on that Pokemon, shuffle your deck. We got TMD Evolution. It lets you de-evolve all of your opponent's Pokemon, and it puts them back into their hand. Next up is Bravery Charm. The basic Pokemon this card is attached to gets 50 plus health, so that works with like the Drifloon that I showed you earlier, or the Screamtail. Then we got Professor Turo Scenario. Lets you put 1 Pokemon in play into your hand and discard all cards attached. Next we got Boss's Orders. It just lets you switch one of your opponent's Pokemon with their active Pokemon. Next up we got 4 Iono. What those let you do is each player shuffles their hand and puts at the bottom of their deck, and then draws cards equal to their prize cards. That is 3 Arven. Let you search your deck for an item and a tool card and put them in your hand. Next is Artisan. Once during each player's turn, they can search their deck for a basic Pokemon and put that onto their bench, as long as it isn't a Roblox Pokemon. There's Unfair Stamp. You can only use it if your opponent knocked out one of your Pokemon during their turn. Each player shuffles their hand to their deck, your opponent draws 2, and you get 5. It looks like I missed 2 Pokemon. Basically what this one does is, once during your turn, if this Pokemon has any darkness energy attached to it, you can move up to 3 damage counters from one of your Pokemon to any of your opponents. And that's about it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.